What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Working here, coming to you with another League of Legends commentary. Now, in this gameplay, I will be playing as Nautilus, as you can see here in the jungle. Now, I did start off a little late in the game, just so I could hop right on into the action here. So, as you can see, I was going to go for a gank, but I decided just to help my team push the turret. I do have my ulti, so I go ahead and pop it onto Quinn here. Do use my Q, and then I am able to get the stun off. Twitch does get the kill, so that was really the plan there, was to get my AD carry fed here. Now, I'll talk a little bit about how I start the game up, what abilities max out, and whatnot, right after this play here. Okay, so right there, she does pop her E and into her Q, then she pops her ult as well. I get my stun off and kill her just in time. Kale wasn't able to ult himself, or herself, I should say, it's a girl. But he does say, my ult, question mark, and then just to let him know, we did CC him, he was unable to pull it off in order to stay alive. So, CC pretty much counters Kale. So, what you're going to want to do is Nautilus. In the very beginning of the game, I like to go Smiteless Blue, and then Smite Red, and then gank bottom lane usually. It's for a level 3 gank. For the most part, depending on how the lanes are pushed and whatnot. I also like to get my W first for the AoE damage and defense. It's a very good defensive ability as well. I max out W first, then I max out E, then R, then Q. Q, you really just want to max out last because all you really need for is just one pull.
Double kill.
So really good job by Vladimir taking on 2 people top. I just go ahead and say GG as try to get the other team's morale down and ours up. So right there, I do see that Quinn is overextended, so I'm going to go ahead and try to gank her. As Nautilus, you do want to build tanky, but you want to build the appropriate items based on the enemy team composition. So as you see right now, the enemy team does have a Quinn, AD. You don't really worry about the support because that person builds support items, so good job by Quinn there to dodge that. They also have a Katarina, who is AP. They have a Tryndamere top, who is AD, and forgot who their jungler is, to be honest with you. I think it was Shyvana, maybe? If it's Shyvana, she's AD as well. So they have more AD than they do AP. It's like a, say, 4 or 3 to 1 AD to AP ratio. So I want to go ahead and build straight armor. The only way I wouldn't go armor first is if the AP on the other team, like if Katarina was super fed, which I don't think she is this game right now. It's 9-2, we're pretty far ahead. But you never know. Any game can be a comeback, so we just gotta keep playing it right. So Leona doing a really good job going ham on that. Oh, she was able to dodge the ultimate by Leona. Quinn did a very good job there ulting. I do pop my ult there. Pop my ult, pop into my Q, then my stun. Twitch does back out. Leona keeps going ham. That was a really, really good play by Quinn there. That jump was really smart. So I am able to stun the Quinn. I do miss my Q because I thought she was going to go ahead and just run in a straight line towards that Leona. So unfortunately for me, I did miss that. That's the one thing I really need to work on with Nautilus, is my Q. So like my accuracy with it is pretty terrible, and I'm still not used to them yet because I'm used to like Thresh and Blitz where your Qs go through the wall. But with Nautilus, it actually goes onto the wall and you pull yourself towards it. So it's like, let's say you throw it to like the dragon wall, you don't go over it. You just attach yourself to it and pull yourself. So this is literally, I kid you not, probably my second time ever playing Nautilus. He is free this week. He's in the rotation, which is why I wanted to get a gameplay up so you guys can check it out. He is really, really good, though. I love him so much. He has so much CC, and he's so tanky. He's really good for any team composition, really. Alright, so go ahead and just take out this blue buff. In the early game, they did take out my blue, so I was a bit behind. I didn't get counter jungled, but as we took our red, they went for my blue, and I decided not to go for their blue. It's really hard to counter jungle a Shyvana as a Nautilus early game, so I just played it safe and kept jungling and helping lanes. Alright, so this is the point in the games where a lot of people start to play dumb, and this is what I mean. Basically, this Vladimir is really, really fed. He did a really good job winning his lane. He did a 2v1 also, as you saw before, against the jungler and Tryndamere. But now he's at the point where he thinks he's so fed that he could just run solo into their team and 1v5. And he starts to give them shutdown gold, which is really bad because it's not how the game used to be. The game kind of used to be that way where you could just keep doing that. And, you know, you wouldn't be worth as much gold or whatever it is, or you wouldn't be worth the amount of gold you would be as if you're on a spree. But now that if you, like, are on a spree and you give the enemy team constant shutdown gold, they could come back. So you really can't play stupid. And you can't overextend by yourself all the time. So I was just pushing that lane right there. Do pop my Q to the wall just in case they were ganking from river. But I do see that they're all bottom right now. So in situations like this, Vladimir is doing the right thing. He's pushing that lane because he sees that there's 4 bottom. Right now what I should be doing, instead of going down to help him, which is really dumb because obviously I'm not going to get to him in time, I should have just went mid with Vladimir and helped push forward more. Really good job. Really good ult by Israel. He was able to hit most of them and almost killed Quinn, but unfortunately he didn't pick anyone up. So, Israel's taking on Shyvana here. I am coming on from the side. Hopefully he sees me, but I do see Katarina's there as well. So I don't want to go ahead and... So Vladimir doing a really good job right now. As you can see him, he's pushing down that mid turret. They did sacrifice almost 2 turrets there just to get 2 kills in the turret. Or 1 kill, I should say. They killed the support and turret. So honestly, it benefited us more than them. But like I said, I should have followed up with Vladimir because we would have been able to do more damage to objectives. Now remember, guys, objectives are more important than anything because they do provide you global gold, and that's the most important thing. Getting your team gold can really, if like a lane is losing and you get 2 tier turrets, that puts them back in the game because you're giving them gold. And map pressure. Alright, so also as a jungler, make sure you do buy wards to help gain map control. Vision is key to victory, guys. Can't say that enough. The more vision you have on the map, the more map awareness your team will have, more vision, more everything. So you can make better plays. Alright, so Quinn is by herself, and I see that my whole team is going there, and I don't want to leave open, mid-open for them to push. So I go ahead and just stay here so that Kale and Katarina can't take the turret. I just wanted to have some map pressure, I guess you could say, or map presence. So I do ward over the wall here because I thought that they were going to be doing dragon right there. As you saw, Kale and Katarina started to head down, so I wanted to be sure to try to help them out. Alright, so it looks like Shyvana's right there. She backed out. This Trinity is about to die. Leona just misses her E. That would have saved them probably because of their EQ combo, and she does have ult up, as you can see. So I go ahead and try to help Israel then take down this turret. But for some reason, that she goes really, really ham. I do ult because I thought that... The reason that I ulted right there is because I thought that the Shyvana was going to keep going for the Israel, so I wanted to save him. Luckily for me, I am super tanky right now. Good ult by Leona there. Alright, so easy, just... I could have went in. I should have kept going, to be honest, because I had flash up. I don't think I noticed I did have flash. If I would have been aware of that, I probably would have kept going ham. I kind of underestimate Nautilus' tankiness, I guess you could say, because I'm still new to him. So right here, I do try to save his life, but not in time. She did pop her Blade of the Rune King active, which just drained his life and instantly killed him, so I wasn't able to save him. That was a good play by Quinn. Alright, so right now I have 1 kill, 0 deaths, 2 assists, and 66 CS. I would say my CS is pretty decent right now. Could be better. I should have more assists. I feel like as Nautilus, he's a really good ganking champion, especially in the jungle. So I feel like I should have more assists and have created more plays for my team. So always make sure that based on what jungler you play, whether he's a passive jungler or aggressive, and by aggressive I mean he has a kit that enables him to gank lanes and get kills, such as Nautilus, because he has 2 forms of CC prior to his ult, if you can land it. So you should always try to make plays and win lanes for your team. Alright, so I go ahead and smite that cannon minion just to push these lanes out faster. He looks just like the Big Daddy from Bioshock. Big Daddy coming in hot. Alright, so like I'm going back here. I saw Shyvana was pushing towards this direction, so I just keeping my Q right there just to make sure. Alright, so Quinn does a good job taking out our AD carry. Let's see if we're able to catch her. Got her with my Q. I'm able to pop my stun. Pop my ult as well. So that's 3 forms of CC. Hopefully Israel can... Does he land this Q? Really good Q. Great job by Israel right there to pick off that kill. Nautilus and Leona on the same team is pretty freaking OP. Because that is basically... Let's count. That his Q is 1. Then his passive, which like stuns him, is 2. His ult, which is 3. And then Leona has 3. So that's 6 forms of CC between Nautilus and Leona alone. So versing them 2 together is probably so freaking annoying.
Live to die.
Live to die. Wow, that's a terrible way to look at life. Alright, so right now I see that Vladimir's overextending once again.
Do you hear them?
See, this is what I mean, man. He thinks he could take on the world. So if I told him to run towards me, I pinged him. Really good ult by Vladimir, actually, to get all 3 of them there. Combined with Israel's ult, that's a lot of AoE right there. And then he pops his Q and kills him. So between Vladimir's ult and Israel's ult, there's a lot of AoE damage. So he was able to do so. Okay, so Kale does a good job at making me run in a circle. And right there, I completely failed my Q. I hit the wall. See, that's what I mean. I'm not used to... This is literally my second time playing Nautilus, so I'm not used to his Qs hitting the wall. And I completely hit it. So, like I said, I'm used to Blitz and Crush. Alright, so just pushing out this mid wave here. Alright. So we do have, I would say we have map control in our favor. As you see, we do have a couple wards in their jungle. And we do have dragon control, and lanes are pushing, minion waves are pushing. So right now we do have the map pressure in our favor. Also, when you are winning, or even if you're not winning, well, sorry, if you are winning, you should be warding their jungle, because if you are more fed, you can win fights and stuff like that. So you want to make sure you have vision on their jungle, so that when you're pushing lanes, you can see where they're coming from and know when to back off and whatnot. And when you're losing, you should have wards in your jungle as well, because when you're losing and the enemy team is basically taking control of your jungle, you want vision on it so you can make sure you know where they're coming from. Alright, so Tryndamere is going to be a really big problem here to try to catch, because the second he spins, yeah, see, there's no point. Once he spins, he's too far away. So Leona does ping. I do see that Shyvana and Katarina, sorry. Alright, so I do pop my ult to knock them both up. I do hit my Q. She does pop her ult. Not too sure why Katarina went in on that. Wasn't too smart. She was easily going to get away there if she would have just kept going. But she sacrificed herself, I guess. Vladimir is going to die. Yep, he is down for the count. So nothing I can really do here but farm. So I'm going to go ahead and clear this wave. I do smite it. The reason why I smited that, not the red, is because I didn't want to take red with my AD carry or Israel. So really good ult and stun by Leona. Unfortunately, Leona does die. Let's see what, but we are able to get Twitch fed here, and getting Twitch back in the game is really important because he is our AD carry. So I see Shyvana pushing. Unfortunately, that minion got in the way, but I do stun her, so she's unable to kill me. So that E is really, really good for wave clearing, as you saw right there. That AoE damage is pretty OP. Alright, so I'm going to go back here. Let's see what I pick up. Looks like I might go for a Sunfire Cape, possibly. Yeah, it looks like I'm leaning towards that right now. Alright, so it looks like I am going for a Thorn Mail and a Sunfire Cape. I bought the 2 chain vest for that armor. It's very important against their team composition. Since their Quinn is very fed right now, their Tryndamere is coming back, and their Shyvana is AD as well. So, I mean, like I said, their AD to AP ratio is a lot higher, like in AD's favor. So I want to build that armor. Alright, so Vlad does go down, but he does take a Katarina down with him. For some reason, every time I think of the name Katarina, I think of Cassidy, and I keep saying Cassidy. Alright, so it's 2-on-1 here. I don't know if I'll be able to hold this off, but I will do my best. So, I do have that E-wave clear, so it should be alright. I do pull her. Oh my god, she does so much damage. But luckily, I do have a lot of armor, so she's not able to do too much damage to me. Alright, so Leona pings that she is on her way, but I don't see her being able to do much. Alright, so it looks like she does get caught in between both of them. We are coming in. I do ult the person behind, and I do CC Tryndamere so that he doesn't go for Leona. But for some reason, Leona stays there. I wasn't too sure what that play was. So right here, as you'll see, I get this. Oh my god, this is embarrassing to watch. I completely fail. See, look at that. Oh my god, my Q hit the wall. That was so bad. And then I get kited like a boss. Oh my god, this is just terrible to watch. Oh god. I don't want to. That never existed. You listening to me, viewers of this video? That never happened. Ever. Alright, let's fast forward. God, that's so bad. Okay. So it's... Oh, looks like Vladimir does get caught. I am able to pop his Q. I do ult to try to catch him off Vlad. Good ult. Oh my god. The AoE ults. Now what you want to do with Nautilus... Good show, killed by Israel. Okay, so anyway. With Nautilus, what you want to do in team fights is... Obviously their AD carry is going to be at their backline. So you want to always use your ult on their AD carry, because what will happen is the wave that goes to the person when you ult knocks up everyone in its way. So if you ult the back line, it knocks up everyone in the anyone on the enemy team. So it's sort of like a Malphite ult. Think of it that way. It knocks everyone up if you do it the proper way. Alright, so it looks like we are able to get this inhibitor down as well. I am just sitting on the back here to zone them away from stopping our team from getting that inhibitor. Alright, so pop my Q against that wall just to escape. Alright, I think Dragon is up, so we should probably go for that. Nope, maybe it is not. Never mind. Alright, so I might be able to finish my Sunfire KP. Let's see what I decide to pick up. Alright, so I do finish off the Sunfire Cape and grab another cloth on. Wait, do I grab? No, no. Alright, so grab another ward instead. 3 wards to be exact. Oh yeah, look at that. Nautilus mechanics right there. Right, so Twitch is getting pretty big right now. He was pretty far behind earlier because that Quinn was destroying them, but he got himself back in here. Alright, so get my Q off and my passive. Q her down. So I do see that Katarina was there, so I just go ahead and back off. Just farm it up. Yeah, that's the reason that you really want to max his W first, because it makes him even tankier. It gives him that extra shield. Alright, so they are able to catch our AD carry out of place, and they do take him down. So good job by the enemy team right there. Alright, so my job right now is just to keep them off the turret right now. I don't want them getting any objectives. Just wait. Vladimir, as you can see, is doing a good job counteracting them pushing and trying to backdoor. However, at this point in the game, Vladimir is now like not as strong as he was early game. So he's probably gonna get out. But yep, he did lose to that Quinn in a 1v1. And I'm telling him not to backdoor anymore because we do need his AoE ult in team fights now. Especially at this point in the game, because earlier he was fed where he could take on people, but now he can't. So I see that my team is getting to a fight. I do ult. I hit all 3 of them on that knockup so that I save my teammates, or Leona at least. I do realize that I'm tanky enough at this point to be able to just hold down objectives by myself. So yeah, Vladimir's trying to tell me it's better if Quinn goes top, which I understand what he's saying, like we're keeping Quinn out of a team fight, but then again, we need Vladimir in team fights because of his ult. So I do let him know that, and he understands, and I think we come to an agreement. And then I think we actually get into a team fight, and you'll see why we needed him. Alright, so it looks like they're going for a Baron, aka the retard magnet. The reason that I call that is because you literally throw games when you go for it. And you're about to find out why. So they are all stacked up. I go ahead and just walk my way right to them. Just like, excuse me, I'll take that Baron. I do smite it. The element hits a great ult, hits all of them. I am able to, unfortunately I didn't stun Katarina there. I do go down, but it looks like Twitch is going to be able to grab the kill. Nice E. Nice E through the wall right there. Alright, so that was probably the funniest Baron steal I've ever had. I literally just walked up like, thank you, and I just took it. So, that was funny. So we'll go ahead and fast forward this now. So I do finish off my Thorn Mail, and I do have Oracle Elixirs now, as you can see, popped. I am picking Dragon. I'm not doing too much damage, as you can see, so it's like, guys, I could use some help. I don't want to sit here all day and fight this thing. Alright, so Thornmail is really good because now the people on their team who are fed, which is really just Quinn, if she goes through me, like if I just start running at her and she starts attacking me, she'll be doing damage to herself as well. So Thornmail is really good to have against an AD team, especially when you're the tank, because sometimes they'll focus you and they'll just wind up doing damage to themselves. So at this point, Twitch is, after that play at Baron, Twitch is, I wouldn't say ahead of Quinn, but in reality, I would say he is because he scales better late game than Quinn. And he's better in team fights. I'm trying to tell Easy to get blue, but they decide to push instead, so I just follow them. I probably should have got ninja tabbies for my boots instead of mobility. But mobility is just really good on Nautilus as well. Look how, I don't understand how they're faster than me when I have mobility boots. Just look at that E. I mean that Q. That Q like went through her butt. That does not make sense. Alright, so I do ping that Trinamir is backdooring. Alright, so it looks like we're just trying to clear out these inhibitors. Alright, I do hit the grab. And they thought, I guess they thought that was their time to initiate, which it wasn't, but alright. I don't know how that kill didn't die. I literally survived with like 100 health.
An enemy has been slain.
Yep, so me and Vladimir do decide to go back since we are low health. Look at that Twitch damage. Twitch damage is OP as hell. So I go ahead and buy these home guard boots so that I'm able to catch up to this trend. And as I go to Q him, a minion gets in the way. How unlucky is that? This game hates me. Alright, so Twitch I think just took on 2 people, so good job by him. Yeah, he's a really good late game 80 carry, and it is now officially late game. So he outscales Quinn. Alright, so let's see what I'm looking to buy here. I was gonna get the Aegis of the Legion, but Leona bought it, so I don't really need to get it myself. So I can just go ahead and start to build Ward Mox for that extra health. I could potentially buy a Spirit Visage for that Katarina, but she's really not a threat right now, so I'm just focused on getting more health and more armor. Alright, so just right now there's no real opportunity to make a move here, so I'm just farming. Looks like Vlad and Twitch are trying to take on the world. Good job by them. However, they can't 2v5 right now. Plus, I want to make sure I still have buff control of my jungle. So they do overextend and get caught out. And they go down for the count. Alright, so right now I'm just checking Baron with my oracles to make sure they don't have any vision. Looks like they don't have like any wards on the map. As you notice, as I'm walking through these bushes with my oracles, I don't see any wards. So right now I'm just trying to tell my team to like group up. I want to end the game. We're at the point where we can end it. We are stronger than them. We have a better team comp as well, in my opinion. So as long as I can keep the Katarina CC'd, like from ulting, it should be a really easy team fight. Alright, so I do have blue buff. I am getting my red buff as well. I do ping them back to get the hell out of there. Go on. I didn't want her to get caught out. Because stuff like that throws games. Alright, so I do clear that wave out. And I head on back. Let's see what I'm trying to finish off here. Oh, never mind. I guess I juked myself. Juked myself in my own commentary. So, we've cleared that. Just pushing. We do have super minions, I believe. I'm not too sure. I didn't look, just watch it, but from what I remember, we did get an inhibitor. Alright, so Twitch knows that Tryndamere is over here, so he goes invisible. We do catch him out of place. He does use his getaway, so he's not going to be able to get anywhere. I'm able to CC him, so he cannot use his ult. So now that Tryndamere's down for a good amount of time, because at this point of the game, the enemy team is down for a good like minute, so we need to be pushing their base and making something happen. Alright, so Vladimir has a really, really good wave clear, as you can see there. Between his, I believe that's his E? I'm not too sure. Alright, so I do flash so that I'm able to pop the ult onto her. She does cleanse it, cleanses the ult, and then Shyvana winds up just jumping in, going in hot on it. So we're just going for the kill on the Shyvana, and she is dead. So that's 2 down. Tryndamere is still down for a little bit. I am able to CC. Good exhaust by Leona onto that Katarina. She goes down for the count. I am able to grab the kill, and that is game. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe and follow the links in the description below. Peace.